Hi girls, it's Mrs. Angie. We are getting ready to start our third journey. I'm super excited and super proud of you all. Our third journey is between earth and sky. And I'm going to read chapters 1 and 2 here. And so I'm going to start. A road to remember. Have you ever traveled far, far away, so far that your suitcase traveled too? You might travel close to home, to a zoo or a park, or you could just travel around the block. If it's raining, you might stay indoors, but you can still travel from room to room to floor to floor. So travel can be near and travel can be far. You can even travel the world with no suitcase at all. And that's what you're about to do. You'll travel far and wide with some pretty flower friends. They love to be outdoors between earth and sky. So turn the page, give it a try. You ready? Here we go. Lupe's powder blue pedal power car. Lupe lay flat on her back on the soft green grass. Well, Lupe doesn't really have a back. She's a flower. She has lots of petals. When she lies on her petals, it's like resting on lots of little pillows. As Lupe lay on the grass, the beautiful daisy flower garden swayed and hummed all around her. Birds chirped and honeybees buzzed. Lupe paid no attention. Was Lupe napping? Nope. Was Lupe just soaking up some sun? Uh-uh. Lupe was looking under her car. Lupe's car is light blue, just like Lupe. Powder blue, that's what she calls it. It's Lupe's powder blue pedal power car. And what in the world is a pedal power car? It's a car that runs on pedal power. That means flower power. Lupe and her friends make the car go. Every part of every flower helps. Help also comes from the sun and the wind and the rain. At dusk, when the sun starts to fade, help also comes from two very bright fireflies. You'll meet them soon, but right now, Lupe is busy under her car. If you look under her car, you'll see lots of hoses. And you'll smell the sweet smell of fresh earth. If you poke your head inside the car, you'll smell that sweet smell too. Oop. My powder blue pedal power car. Hi, I'm Lupe the Lupin. I do my best to be honest and fair, just like the Girl Scout law says. I peeled back the doors and hood of my car so you could see inside. How do you like my deep blue bucket seats? I'll show you the picture in a minute. Headlight hammocks keep fireflies Lucy and Ace cozy. These sails are sturdy leaves. On windy days, they let my car fly down the highway. My back seat has 2 rows so lots of friends can come along for a ride. Gourds are my gas tanks. They hold lots of water so I can travel far without stopping. Can you guess what my tires are made of? Show you the picture. You see the sails, and here's the hammocks with the fireflies in, and the bucket seats, the gourds, and look at what are her tires made of. Yeah. Snails, right? Snail shells? Just then a voice called out, "Hey Lupe, can I help?" It was Zinnie, the spring green zinnia. But Lupe didn't hear Zinnie calling. She was still busy under her car. So Zinnie peeked inside Lupe's car. There she saw comfy seats shaped like buckets. They were deep blue. They looked really good in Lupe's powder blue car. Lupe slid out from under her car and stood up. "Zinnie," she said with a surprise. "How long have you been there?" "Not long," Zinnie said. "What are you doing?" "I'm sprucing up my car," Lupe said. "I'm getting ready for a road trip." "Where to?" Zinnie asked. "Maine," Lupe said. "That's the place to be in summer. The days are warm and the nights are cool. Why don't don't you join me? I don't know, Zinni said. When I'm on a road trip, the wind blows my seeds around. And my petals, too. I don't want little zinnias sprouting everywhere I go. Oh, Zinni, you're so considerate, Lupe said. We can stop along the way and pick up your seeds and petals wherever we go. Then count me in, Zinni said. Lupe and Zinni looked out over the beautiful daisy flower garden. Flowers of all shapes and colors swayed in the breeze. Shapes and colors, Lupe said. That's what the world is made of. Once you know that, you can make sense of anything. Just then, Lupe and Zinni saw their friend Clover coming toward them. Clover, cried Zinni. Lupe is taking a road trip to Maine, and I'm going with her. Maine? Why? Clover asked. For fresh ocean air, cool nights, wild Maine blueberries, Lupe answered. Plus, the Lupin Festival. My whole family is going. That sounds like fun, said Clover. But Alaska is where I need to be. My cousin is in trouble there. At least, I think she's my cousin. Her name is White Sweet Clover. She's growing all over the place and kicking out all the other plants, even plants that moose eat. Why would a clover do that? And a clover with such a sweet name. I have a cousin like that in California, Lupe said. Her name is Yellow Lupin. Hey, come with me to Maine, and then we'll drive to Alaska together, Lupe added. We can stop in California on the way so you can meet Yellow Lupin. But I promised my family we'd all go together, Clover said. Family is so important, and so are promises. My car has plenty of room for your family, Lupe said. It has a big back seat. You could fit a whole clover patch in here, Lupe said, pointing to the back of her pedal power car. Clover moved to the back of the car to take a look. Wow, this is roomy. And you have lots of seatbelts, she said. My family will be so happy. I'll go tell them to get ready for a road trip. And off Clover went, skipping through the grass as fast as she could without tripping over her own green leaves. All right. Chapter 2, Maine and the Many Ways Life Can Be. Just before dawn, fireflies Lucy and Ace were snug in their headlight hammocks. Their bright light let the flowers see far ahead on the road. As the sun rose in the sky, the fireflies dozed, and a golden light spread over the land. The flowers could soon see tall, green trees, granite rock, and a sign that said, Maine, the way life should be. The way life should be. What does that mean? Zinni asked. Life isn't just one way. No, it isn't, agreed Lupe. That sign is just a way of saying Maine is special. Every place is special in its own way. Soon the flowers reached the Morning Glory Inn. Gloria, the Morning Glory, ran out to greet her friends. Lupe! Zinni! Clover! You're just in time for breakfast, she called. Platters of blueberry pancakes were balanced on her leaves. Eat up, Lupe said as the flowers settled into the Morning Glory Inn's garden. I want you all to be petal perfect today. I'm taking you to one of my favorite places in Maine. And what place is that? Asked Zinni. Wait and see, Lupe said with a wink. By noon, the flower friends were fresh and full of energy. They drove off in Lupe's pedal power car. They soon came to a fork in the road. They saw 3 signs. One pointed to the right. It said Jasper Beach, 1/2 mile. As soon as the flowers could see the beach, Clover gasped. "Oh, there's no sand," she cried. "Just stones. I've never seen so many stones. Look at all the colors. This is awesome." "Look down here," called Zinni. She was already at the water's edge. As waves crashed over the petals, they sparkled like jewels. The flowers couldn't get enough of all the shiny color below them and the clear blue water all around. "Looking at all these stones is so much fun," said Clover. "This is about as much color and shape as I've ever seen," said Zinni. "I'm going to remember this place forever." It was almost time for the Lupin Festival. The flowers hopped into Lupe's car and drove off to the party. When they arrived, lupins were everywhere. They were all talking at once. "Yellow Lupin, she was so bad," a purple Lupin said. "She was such trouble." "Yes," agreed a pink Lupin. "People had to come help us." People had to come help us. I heard they pulled Yellow Lupin out of the sand dunes by hand." Clover turned to Lupe. "Now I'm worried about my cousin in Alaska," she said. "Is she being pulled from the ground by people too?" "That depends," said Lupe. "One garden's flower is another garden's misbehaving weed." See, there we go. All right, getting to, and that was the end of that. All right, so tune in next time for chapters 3 and 4, and be prepared to talk about chapters 1 and 2 at our next meeting. I will talk to you soon. I love you, girls.